effective communication. Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about effective communication in today's day and world. You see, back in the pre-corona times, we would when we wanted to make a great impression, when we were in a meeting and we wanted to make a great impression, what would we do? We'd have to dress up, we'd have to wear a suit, etc. In today's day and age, because we know that people judge you very quickly. And in today's day and age, if you want to be judged effectively, what you wear is not as important as how good your video looks. Because your video is your suit. And so I want to talk to you today about how to effectively communicate. I'm going to give you 7 tips to effectively communicate in today's day and age so that you can go further faster with your communication. So without any further ado, let me just very quickly, I needed to set something up real quick. Okay, cool. And yeah, there we go. If you don't know who I am, my name is Muneer. Welcome to another episode where I speak to you about communication skills and much, much more. So let's go through this. Number 1, if you are going to effectively communicate in today's day and age, you need to have a tripod. What do I mean by a tripod? Basically, your camera needs to be stable. So what I'm seeing a lot of people do is, they go into a meeting and like the camera's all over the place, or they're trying to have meetings with their phone, etc. If you're doing it with your phone, get a tripod. Keep it stable so that the camera isn't moving all over the place, because it's all these little unconscious things that make a big difference in your communication. These unconscious signals, like if you're moving a little bit, if your video's moving about a bit too much and someone's just trying to listen to you, it kind of gets a little annoying. And they're unconsciously associating annoying with you, right? So if your camera's moving around a lot, etc., then it can be a little bit annoying if it moves about too much. So get a tripod. There's you can get one off anywhere, Amazon, etc. They're really cheap, but get one either for your phone or for your camera, etc. But really try and get a stable shot so that you're speaking to the camera and it's a little bit more stable. So that's number 1, getting a tripod. Number 2, invest in lighting, right? I've been on so many meetings where, someone has really bad lighting, and again, it's a terrible impression. You could be wearing the greatest clothes in the world, but first of all, if the sun is behind you, then no one's going to see your face, right? So if you're doing it in natural light, then allow the light to be in front of you. Let the sun shine in front of you, because and not at an angle, because then half of your face is lit up, the other half isn't. So if you're using natural sunlight, just make sure that it's head on. If you are using, otherwise, invest in a light. Like, try and get a light. Let me just show you very quickly a couple of the lights that I use. So, let me just. That's a kind of a studio light that I use. I also have a one of these ring lights, and again, you can get them online, etc. But play around. I mean, you don't need to go out and buy anything if you have good lighting in the house, but just make sure that you have good lighting. If you don't want to go and buy something, just make sure that you're standing next to a light and in front of a light, so that you can kind of have even lighting if possible. So that's the second tip. Get good lighting. Remember, we want to make you look good. This is your suit. Today's the modern day version of a dressing smart or dressing stylish or whatever is your video. And if you make your video look good, then you look good, right? So let's make sure that you've got, number one, stable shot. Number two, your lighting. Number three, work on just improving yourself a little bit every day. Now, here's why I put this in. It can be, when you start to try and get to do videos and all these things, there's a lot that you can do. So, for example, right now, I might do a little bit of a boom kind of thing, or I might say, hey everyone, welcome, subscribe to my channel, and just if you want to subscribe to my channel, then here you go. That was the link. Then subscribe now, kind of thing. I have lots of buttons I can press. I can do loads of effects. I can change camera angles. There you go. I change camera angles, etc. I can do like a whole bunch. The reality is you can do a whole bunch, right? But I didn't start off that way. I started off saying, okay, let me figure out how to go live. Let me figure out how to make a video. And all I did was I just said, okay, I'll improve a little bit every day. And as long as you improve, if you make a commitment to yourself and say, I'm going to improve a little bit every single day, 30 days from now, you'll be a master. And I swear to you, if you improve a little bit and learn one new thing, just one thing per day, in 30 days, you'll be a master. I will tell you one thing though, day 5, day 6, or day 7, one of those days, you might get a bit frustrated because you're like, oh my God, I can't figure it out. Just keep going. I've been there. I've been there with everything that I've learned. And let me tell you something, you've been there with everything that you've learned. When you were learning the alphabet when you were younger, at one point in time, you couldn't remember whether it was a D that was this way, or was that a B that, or is it an upside down P, or is it a Q? Like, you're getting confused. Now it's second nature. But when you were learning, we all have a bit of a learning curve. As long as you commit to learning a little bit every single day, you will get further faster than ever before. This is the thing with live videos. I'm getting a notification that a sterilization program is happening and I have to stay indoors. See, this happens. It happens with a live video. Great. All right, let's continue. So that was number 3, improve yourself daily. Now, number 4, eye contact. Here's what I mean by eye contact. Okay. So I don't expect you to have eye contact all the time. However, you want to keep having occasional eye contact. And here's what most people do. Let me just grab my camera and my phone. What most people do is when you record a video, you'll go on live, they look at the screen. Let's say if it's your phone, right? You're looking at the screen, but the screen is not the camera. So right now, for example, I am looking at my screen. It's very different to looking at the camera, because at the camera, I'm looking at you. But when I look at the screen, I'm just paying attention to the picture of myself. You want to be speaking to your audience, to the people that are listening to you. And in order to listen to the people that are listening to you, you got to look into the lens. Now, here's my other camera, right? Now, my other camera, you can see this is a lot more pronounced, because when I look at the picture of me, I am really bad in terms of eye contact. But if I look at the camera, then I'm looking at you. So eye contact is hugely important. And look, it's important with face-to-face contact. So, and it makes a big difference on video. You can make a great impression. If you're doing, for example, if you're doing an interview, you want people to feel connected to you. And let me tell you, this is, even though I could be saying the greatest things, is not a feeling of connection. Whereas this, when I'm talking to you, and you know I'm talking to you, that's connection, right? So I want you to find a way to get connected to people by utilizing eye contact and looking at the camera every once in a while. It doesn't have to be the full time, but every once in a while, engage. And you could be, for example, I could be telling a point, and then I could just make a really important point by talking to the camera. And then I could be, explaining a whole bunch of things and going through the papers and then just go, and that's why it's so important that we do this. And then read something else. I don't know, for example, But what I'm saying is eye contact is so effective in real life, and online video is not any different. So make sure that you do that. Your background. So number five, your background, right? Now, your background is, again, it says a lot about you. Now, a lot of people have really, really crappy backgrounds, or messy, or just like, your dinner table with left out plates and all sorts of things, and it says a lot about you. And it can, if it's really messy or if it's really plain and dull, it can be really boring. Either have a plain background, like so for example, like this. I have a colored background. Now I actually colored my wall. However, before I colored my wall, I had I just had a backdrop, and you can find different backdrops. I had a black backdrop, a white backdrop, a green backdrop, and a blue backdrop. Hold on a second. My daughter's coming on my live video. Just come and say hi very quickly. Do you want to come and say hi? Okay. This is a live video, Sarah. Just come.
Hi.
Okay, we're just filming. We're just say hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Okay, good. I'm gonna come and see you in a second. Let me finish my video. Okay, good night. All right. So, your backdrop makes a huge difference. And I also have this wall here, and this wall can also say a lot about me. I mean, I have different things that talk about my personality, but I also have different certificates and things like that. So, there's like finding a backdrop that says something about you, or just plain like this. Either looks very professional. I like to switch it up, as you can see, and that's one of the things I like to do. What I've seen other people do is they have couches, for example, and they have like some flowers or something that makes the video look really nice. So that's one of the other things that you can do. Okay, so that's the background. Now, that was number 5. Number 5, your background. Number 6. By the way, if you're enjoying this, I'm creating a course that teaches people how to communicate very effectively, how you can speak to anyone, anytime, anywhere, whether it's online or offline, and how to get people to love you for it. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is number 6, is your sound. How do you get really great sound? So hold on a second. Now my son has decided to join. And please, I'm on a live video. Hello, this is my son. Okay, say hello. Hello. Say hi, YouTube. Can you say YouTube? No, you can't.
Hello.
Hello. You can say hello. All right, that's good. So I'm doing a live video, but thanks for joining. All right, I'm gonna leave you to it because I am literally live right now. Okay, so number 6 is sound. See, the love and joys of doing a live video, and all the things that can happen when you do it. All right, now number 6. Remembering where I put my camera. So number 6 is sound. What do I mean by sound? People can forgive a really bad video, like it can forgive a little mishaps in quality of your video, but if your sound is terrible, then there's no point talking to you, right? and so many people, what they do is they have these they have their phone, and they could be like hoovering going around, the kids in another room, like really like shouting, etc., crying, all sorts of things, and it's being picked up by everything on your phone. On the flip side, there's what you can do is have a professional mic, sort of like this bad boy over here, or you can have I'm just gonna get one for you. Hold on. Get lapel mics, so you can have like either Bluetooth lapel mics or wired lapel mics. These are actually extremely affordable. So if you go onto YouTube, onto Amazon, you can find like really affordable clip lapel mics, and they're really really affordable, but will make such a big difference. With a lapel mic, all it does is capture your sound versus everything else that goes around in the whole universe, right? Whereas this is designed to pick up whether someone is, the mic that's coming, sound that's coming there, the sound that's coming there, the sound that's coming there, whatever. And you don't want that. This is a noise reducing, very good for blogging, kind of bad boy. But you don't need to do this kind of thing yet. My sincere advice: use a lapel mic initially. That's makes a huge difference. So that's number 6. Number 7, my 7th tip. Now, remember, like I said, if you are finding this useful, these are just 7 of the most amazing tips that you can find with regards to communication. However, the reality is, why is this important? Because we all need people, and for you to effectively improve your career, improve your relationships, improve your social life, the more that you're able to effectively communicate, the further that you're going to get in different areas of your life. So that's why this is hugely important. And I was teaching this thing before, like pre-corona, and now I'm just adding little bits of how you can do this in today's day and age, right? And it's also important to remember, because although we say it's social distancing, it's at a time of social distancing, we're not in social distancing. Let's not lie to ourselves. This is physical distancing. We cannot go and touch other people, for sure. We cannot go be near other people, but we can talk to other people. And in fact, that's how businesses are running in today's day and age. People are working more remotely than ever before. And how are they doing that? Through video. But you still need to talk to people. And the people that are going to get further ahead in today's day and age are the people that can communicate effectively. So I actually have a webinar on effective communication and how you can speak to anyone, anytime, anywhere, and have people love you for it. And I'm adding a whole section to this program with regards to how you can effectively communicate on video. All right, so let's move on. Oh, and that's at masterofpersuasion.com. I'll put a link to that under this video. It is really going to be a game changer for you, especially if you were a shy, confident, or awkward person like I was. I swear to you, you'll hear my story when you go to the webinar. It's an on-demand webcast. Great like tips, especially for people that were shy and awkward. But it is really for anyone. All right, let's move on. Number 7, okay? Now, number 7 is camera placement. So what do I mean by camera placement? Well, I have been to meetings, and what happens is someone will take they're doing the meeting on their phone, but they are watching it. So they're watching down, right? Let's do this here. Let me change the camera angle. So they are looking at the phone to do the meeting. But guess where the camera's pointed? The camera's pointed up their nose. Like, no one wants to see up your nose. I mean, I'm sure you have the most wonderful trimmed nostril hair, but nobody wants to see it. Let me just tell you, okay? Like, nobody wants to see up your nose. So don't do this. And also that, it can give you like a fat chin or whatever. Or if you do it this way, it's kind of like showing off bald spots, or if you're a guy, or if you're dandruff, if you're a guy or a girl. No one wants to be seeing that. And you don't want to be looking like you're a midget if your camera's way higher, or if you've got like a super rolly neck or something, if you placed your camera low. Just keep it at eye level, right? At eye level, you look amazing. Like, you will make the best impression. That's the best way that you can communicate. And so let me tell you, if you are communicating like this is the most effective way to communicate versus looking like in terms of a camera angle versus looking up your nostrils and stuff like that. So let's do a quick recap. Number 1, get a tripod, stabilize the shot. Number 2, get some great lighting so that you even out the lighting and people can see you effectively. Number 3, improve daily. Number 4, maintain but do eye contact every once in a while. Have eye contact. Don't just do videos where the whole time you're just looking at the screen. Look at the camera every once in a while and have good eye contact. Number 5, have a great background. Have a tidy background or a background that is colorful and says a lot about you. So it's either a tidy, easy, one uniform background, or it can be something that says a lot about you with a few different things on the wall, for example. So that's number 5. Number 6, great sound. Sound is very good. And maybe I should do a boom. Let me do a boom there. Boom. All right. Thank you. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please hold up. There we go. All right. Subscribe if you have not yet. Okay. Now, number 6 was sound. And number 7, camera placement. Keep it eye level. Change the camera for this. Keep it eye level. It makes a huge difference. Like I said, I'll keep a link to if you want to take your communication to the next level, if you want to speak to people in ways that portray your confidence. So how you can confidently speak to anyone, anytime, anywhere. I'll put a link to the on-demand webcast that I've just created. It's called Converse with Confidence. Take a look, go and check it out. It'll make a huge difference in your life. It will take your communication to another level and allow you to connect confidently and converse and convert prospects into clients or just people, and allow people to love you, like you, and trust you with minimal effort. So I'm going to take your communication to a whole nother level. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This will take your communication to that next level. This is a game changer. Our communication in today's day and age is dramatically changing. Keep up with the times and you will get further faster than anyone else that is struggling to adapt to the times. And don't be left behind. Times are changing. We can adapt. These are very, very simple things that anybody can adapt, anyone can do, and these will take you further with your communication than ever before on video. So this is Muneer coming at you with another video. Thank you very much for tuning in. One love. I'll see you on another video very, very soon. Peace out.